You know, obviously, what Make Me Feel, which I think is the first record you dropped, or did Django Jane and Make Me Feel happen at the same time?
They came together.
Came at the same time.
Same time.
Straight Up Prince and Done Well, right? And I don't know. It feels like you're the perfect person at this point in music, somebody that we know Prince loved, for you to pull this together and make it sonically perfect. I know for Prince fans, it's like a dream come true in some ways because you're keeping them alive the right way.
Well, I'm honored that you would say that, but I must say that there's only one Prince, and there will never be another. I had the opportunity to, you know, be inspired by Prince just like you, just like the rest of the world growing up. In fact, I used to be terrified of Prince. I could not watch his videos. I had a dream that he chased me in a purple suit. It was something about watching this black man. I'd never seen a black man express himself like that. Yeah. And it scared me. You know, I don't know if it was because maybe I hadn't been comfortable with tapping into my fearlessness. It's just like you got this sense that he was a free ass motherfucker, right? Yeah. And I don't know if I was ready to tap into my free ass motherfucker nature, but I think what I love most is that I got the opportunity to get to know the man who everybody looked at as this mysterious otherworldly being. You know, I did get the opportunity to perform on stage with him. In fact, he had the first copy of my first album. I gave it to him at Paisley Park, and I got a chance to see that he was such a philanthropic person. Like, he gave, and he didn't want people to know what he gave. And he's given a lot to me, and any way that I can honor him and just, you know, remind this generation of how much he paved the way for artists like myself. I mean, there were times that when I ever felt confused on what direction I should take, or if my ideas were too big for the music industry, I knew that was the one person who understood where I was trying to go. You know, he'll always be a part of me and in my heart and in my spirit.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Prince song?
That's like, do I have a favorite finger? No.
See, that's my answer every time.
I need them all.
Can you narrow it down to an album? That's
hard. I mean, Purple Rain. But yeah, I just feel like that was just that time. It was an experience. It made you feel like you didn't have to just put out an album. You can put out a movie and an album.
Yeah.
You know, this is like redefining what it meant to be a musician and artist. Like, he created a world.
Yeah.
And I don't think if that world, you know, had not existed, I don't even know if I would even have the blueprint of how to do something remotely, you know, as experiential as putting out
vivid almost.
As a world building.
Yeah.
You know, as that.
I've never heard you be so open about sexuality. And I said earlier, overtly open. Like, obviously you talked about sexuality before, but is it because Prince was also channeling a lot of that and challenging sexual stereotypes at the time when he was making records that sounded like that one, that you chose to put that in the record? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, as an artist, or I'll speak for myself, I never want to dilute the art and dilute what it is that I'm saying. And sometimes I just think everything doesn't need an explanation. You know, the way you make me feel, it's a vibe, it's a spirit. It's a song about celebrating, you know, no matter who you love, no matter where you come from. I think that it was just important for me to break out of all the labels that I would place on myself or allowed other people to place on me. I got the opportunity to sit back and kind of watch some of the things that people would say. And some people would compliment me and say things that they thought were a compliment. They would say, you know, I love the fact that you don't show any skin. I love that you cover up, or I love, you know, you're such a respectable girl. And that was never a compliment to me, because I think people miss the message. It's always been about agency, you know, saying that just because I'm a woman, I have to dress this way or look this way. That's all a lie. You know, I get to define or redefine, you know, myself and on my own terms. And I wanted to just send a very clear message. You know, I'm not into respectability politics. you know, what I do has always been to redefine how we as young Black women are viewed in America and as entertainers.